Friends, we have been discussing about the New World Order. We discussed about the political reforms, educational reforms, service reforms. But ultimately, for producing the resources, for setting up the services, for setting up the facilities, business is an essential aspect. Corporates are essential requirements even for agriculture, for healthcare, and other areas. Therefore, we should now consider business or corporate reforms for a value based society, New World Order. Basically, everybody is not born businessmen. Some people are good teachers, some people are good doctors, some people are good businessmen, some people are good politicians. In our service reform, we said respect everybody for their work, not for their chair. Therefore, treat business as an area of activity. Treat business and corporate as a class of service, like politics, like education, like service sector. Business is also a sector of human activity. The business managers, the business leaders, the various stakeholders in the business also need values. Certain things are essential to be understood here that a politician needs money only for travel and for doing the public job. The society should cater for it. A teacher needs money to live, work, maintain family, and grow the knowledge to give to the student. Society should support it. The service sector, the service provider, not service provider, but the administrative class, the controlling class, the service sector needs resources to do the work, to set up the offices and the facilities, to maintain the families. Society should provide for it. But who will provide to the society? That's an important question. In today's world, the people who are producing resources are businessmen of all types, whether service sector, industry sector, or any other. Agriculture, which is also a resource producing, and facilities and material producers. The people who are producing goods, whether in agriculture, whether in business or anywhere, are the providers to the society as tax, as gifts, as contributions. Therefore, we need to create facilities, respect, motivation for businessmen to do the business and for the agriculturists and other material producers to create the material. Since we are talking of business reforms, a businessman has a special mind. For values to be inculcated in the business, certain rules should be accepted. If a businessman saves money, invests own money, earning should be allowed. That earning, as you can see from the family business classes, traditional family business classes, they don't use for show off mostly. They use it for producing more wealth, for doing more services for the society. That is the type of businessman we need. CSR has been created with this as a motive in the modern industrial and corporate environment. But since our people are corrupt, it is also corrupt. It is misused is exploited for saving taxes, etc. Therefore, need is for reforms in our business and corporate world. And those reforms first let a person who wants to do business come forward and prove that has the capability for doing business. I recall once traveling from Hong Kong down to India. I met a Chinese vice president of a company, and we started discussing on a. He was using a translator instrument, and we were talking. The essence of our discussion was at that time, 30 years back probably, yes, around 30 years back, 25, 30 years back, China created selected few people, about 100, who had the business acumenship or genetic trained capability, trained them in the business, gave them certain capital, and left them free to do the business all over the world. This gentleman was coming to India to learn from the Indian businessman how they do the business and learn those tricks and go and apply in China. This was in 80s, I'm talking about, more than 30 years back. Okay? Result is in front of us, but since it was a unethical way of doing things, unethical practices, the result is also in front of us that world is facing corona and world is going to face the war only for these so-called rich people. America also has a free economy and world is running towards the war due to China, America, Russia. Countries like India who have no desire to fight will be forced to be part of it. Therefore, the reform in the business should be value-based. Persons first check the capability. Person is genetically, mentally inclined, understand the business and do business for earning and providing quality service. A. B. If a person is working, you cannot just give salary only. You can see the large corporates having billions and billions of wealth are also taking certain pay. But it is not a normal pay. Allow them a share of their earning. Allow them flexibility to support it with capital at cheaper cost for which they will pay. Therefore, nationally grow a businessman to become a businessman and carry wealth with him as his savings. Like a teacher carries the salary, a service class carries a salary, a politician is paid for doing the political work as a salary and allowances. Pay businessmen also, not just salary, but percentage of the profit earned. That will give incentive for the businessman to do good business. So first, select those who are capable and motivated. Second, give them freedom and reward them sufficiently to keep their motivation high. Third, ensure quality control, not harassment, quality control. If a person is failing, guide. If a business is going down, support. But do not allow compromise with values and quality for kind and favors. That is corruption. That should be stopped. So there should be a value-based service class which will monitor and help the business class to grow and allow profit to go to the business class. Right? They can use it for doing their business, they can use it for doing service, but everything will be transparent and within the rules and regulations provided for that purpose. Third, train them wherever necessary. Provide them free training because business requires a lot of technological inputs they may not have always it. Give them management and business training. Give them the technological inputs needed. Let that be done centrally by the national system, which takes fee for it and provides. But the process of collecting booty out of it should be stopped. And this will stop when a service class or a quality controller has to show every penny earned, prove the source of it, and just get legally recognized, which means illegal earnings are stopped. Service class does not sit to harass the businessman, to threaten the businessman, to exploit the businessman, but to help and support the national business and makes it grow by providing support and facilities. Government should do that by giving inputs for national business, state business, interstate business, international business. A businessman may need support in any time. Government should provide that. The nation should provide security. The defense, administrative, and law agencies of the nation should protect businessmen, agriculture, facility creator, artists, and everyone. All should be value based. Therefore, the next reform or the reform in the business class should be by selecting those who are capable of doing business, training them, educating them, and providing support, allowing them earning as percentage of their earning openly, irrespective of whether they earn millions or they don't earn much, provide them protection, and make them feel proud of being a part of a nation or part of the national growth. Reward them, honor them, not like today, most rewards are bought, most honors are bought. And there are those who sit in power and have never got any award, they want to allow somebody else to be awarded, somebody to be honored. They'll say, oh, no, no, that is useless, this, that. I've seen personally happening in the life. The people who have no reward worth the name, who are never honored for any good work, will criticize when somebody else is being honored. Stop all this. Create reforms to do business with pride, with honor, with respect, and be honored for that. And use it for the national growth. This will help in development of services. This will help in development of the education, good politics, defense, law, and all other sectors, agriculture, etc. Because nation is a value-based, politicians are value-based, teachers are value-based, service class is value-based, and hence the businessman will also be value-based and provide value services to the nation. God bless all. Thank you. Jai Bharat, Jai India, Jai Creator.